What's up, guys? It's the Mega Casual coming at you live. Well, not so live when you watch this. From Anchorage, Alaska. So, questions. Mega, where have you been? 2, shouldn't you be jumping in because of Wrath Classic? 3, Dragonfly question mark? 4, didn't you try to stream? 5, where the heck have you been, man? Okay, I might repeat those questions. Okay, so, biggest question why I have not been making videos. How do I word this without sounding like an idiot? I can't, so I'm just going to say it. Real life sucks. And being a content creator, especially in my position, it's really hard to make content for a game that you see going in a direction that you don't like. Even that you have an idea that it may happen, you have hope that, heaven forbid, the WoW player base, especially Classic, has any amount of common sense at all, but I'll get into that in a minute. So, as far as Wrath goes, I've pretty much quit. But I'm playing Dragonflight. So, no, I have not canceled my subscription or anything like that. I don't like the direction the player base has taken it. Let me also clarify, this has nothing to do with Wrath of the Lich King. This is entirely on the player base. Entirely. What do I mean by that? I'm going to go into... let me just go over the initial first. A lot of real life stuff, too. I have been very mentally exhausted. My job's been fairly mentally exhausting in my life in general. I've been having some minor IRL health problems, which has also been a factor. And around when Wrath came out, did I try to stream it? Yes, but I also realized I don't have the internet connection to handle it. Probably wasn't the best idea to do during launch also, but that's kind of how that went. Thirdly, well, and I said I would talk about Wrath and why I'm not happy. Here's the thing. Tier 7 is the easiest tier in the history of World of Warcraft, and even then people are thinking about mid-maxing. People, you can go into Nax with greens and still be fine. But people are still focusing on gear score, GDKPs. It's phase 1 of Wrath, guys. Holy mackerel. And we're right back at Classic and TBC again. It's stupid. Like, who cares if our paladins are the lowest DPS, right? You're still gonna kill the... Oh no, it's 0.51 seconds slower. Yes, there is an argument to be had. You need a little level of common sense to kill the bosses. That has nothing to do with the class, though. And what do I mean when I quit the game, or Wrath rather, because of the player base? As I see the direction it's going. I mean, the whole snapshot thing with gargoyles, that's so stupid! Like, heaven forbid! Like, we not care about min-maxing for one patch! That's the whole point of Wrath. It's supposed to be welcoming, pulling people in. If you set that bar already, we're right back to Classic with Warriors. Yes, it's not the exact same thing, but it's fairly close. People are asking for gear scores, your logs. For Nax? Who cares? It's Nax! Who cares? Holy mackerel. And before everyone says, well, I don't want to spend 7 hours in Nax, you're not going to spend 7 hours in Nax. You would have to have such a bad group. It's not even funny. Like, we're talking people that can't master the concept. I don't know, George. I think I pressed W to move. No, that's not... No, like, even someone with a bit of common sense is going to have that. And yes, I'm aware there are people that are entitled. Yes, the Classic players is entitled. They've always been entitled. They've been entitled since it launched. Secondly, there is, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say I'm in this audience to a certain degree too, a boomer problem. There's this mindset that it has to be hard. If it's not hard, no, it has to be hard. Because I remember it being hard, so it has to be this way. Well, to quote J. Allen Brack, you think you do, but you don't. And not in the way he meant it. He knows, or he may or may not know, or I don't know how he meant it, but Classic is not vanilla. TBC is not original TBC. Original Wrath is not original Wrath, and it's never going to be. For just one big aspect. We do not play the same. The information we have is ginormous, and just time. Like it or not, guys, Classic WoW is a 17-year-old game. Okay? Like, not... What? I was 17 years old when that game came out. Think about that for a sec. I'm almost 40 now. That's nuts. Now, if you would ask me if I'd be playing the same video game this long, probably not. I probably would have laughed at you. But that, we could go talk about that another day. But my point is, everyone's taking this mid-max, the logs. You want to talk about retail? Guys, we've been playing retail since Classic originally. I don't know if you know that or not, right? I mean, everyone says, it's about the journey. Nobody cared about the journey. Okay, that's a little unfair. It's a very small amount of people that care about the journey. Like it or not. You know how I know that? If that were the case, world buffs would not be a thing. If that were the case, you would not be... I'm looking for a word in my head here, I'm not finding it right now. But basically, you wouldn't think ideal everything all the time, right? If the journey of killing a raid boss mattered to you, right? If the journey of leveling did not matter to you, you would not be ideally min-maxing every single step of the way. You can't say something like, I want to feel the journey and the adventure, and then the other side, well, okay, I have a leveling guide for rested XP, I've got my weak auras, well, how do I do this optimally? Okay, let me Google the quest, and 100 different add-ons, weak auras, all that stuff. You can't say that. I even got an add-on that fills out the map, so I know wherever. Thing is, you can't say you want the journey and adventure, and then have a map that shows you where everything is. It's one or the other, guys. You gotta pick, right? I'm sorry, but that's... If you really want to go back to 90s gaming, you didn't have the internet. You didn't have weak auras. Heck, you didn't even have Wowhead. That didn't even exist back in 2004. We had Thoughtbot, which wasn't always right, for the record. In fact, I don't even think we had a decent threat meter until... Wrath? I mean, I guess... Like, we technically had Omen in TBC, but it didn't really work very well. A lot of it was guesswork. We did have damage meters, but they weren't as precise. We did have DPM, but it didn't work as precise either. We had add-ons, and we did have things to change things, but they weren't common. That's the biggest difference, right? And the thing is, you want to talk about retail, I hate to tell you, but you've been playing retail. Leveling, taking longer to level does not make it the mindset of retail. It's still there. You can't say, I want world buffs and just want to cruise through the content and break everything. Okay, well, that's the same concept. Anyway, this is the reason I left Wrath, and I'm playing Dragonflight instead. For one word, choice. You can gear however you want. You can gear through World PvP, World Quests, Raids and Dungeons, Mythic Plus, PvP, anything you can think of. Crafting. The crafting systems are amazing. The new talent trees, to quote Stay Safe, these are the best talent trees we've ever had. Is class balance perfect? No, it is not. Are there some things that could be changed? Yes, you are. However, it's the same thing with add-ons. They very much influence how people play the game. Probably too much in my opinion, but that's a whole nother can of worms. Anyway, that's my stance on Wrath and why I'm quitting. Or not playing very much, if at all. I don't have a reason to. I'd rather play Dragonflight because I feel my time is more, well, fun. I mean, I would rather spend the time using Dragonflight, which is so fun, by the way. So much fun. They took travel and made into gameplay, which is awesome. Even if it is a little bit of a ripoff of Spiral. Who cares? I still say it's good. Anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at. Where is the channel going? I don't know. I guess I should also cover streaming. I did try to stream, but when I have to turn off most of my add-ons just so I can play, yeah, no bueno there. Just not good. It was a mess when I did it. It just, not fun. Maybe my internet connection can't handle it. I don't believe it can, but anyway, that's kind of where the streaming is. I'd like to, but realistically, even if I have the time, it doesn't go very well. Where is the channel? I don't know. I have some videos and a lot of thoughts about... I will continue to read the room. I may make some videos about Dragonflight. I have some videos in my head that I want to bring out. It really kind of depends on how my real life schedule is going. That's the short version. My initial impressions of Wrath and where it's going, it's kind of the same. That's the problem I have. I mean, sure, yes, there was the whole Death Knight nerf, which you could have a very long discussion, and I understand why Blizzard's hesitant to do balance changes. Yes, the elephant in the room. Yes, there's an argument, could Ret Paladins use a little bit of a buff? Probably, but honestly, I don't think it's needed. And I say that as a Ret Paladin main sense TBC, because if you played back then, you would know things looked very different. But again, that also comes with 17 years of knowledge. And we're dealing with the final version of talents. That's just going to be how it is. To the whole warrior thing, which honestly I don't think would go. You want my personal opinion on that stuff? I think if you have to go back to a old raid to get it, it should not be usable in 80. Yeah, I said it. I think it's stupid, and it causes bad behavior. What do I mean by that? Well, let me give you an example. If I'm a rogue, right? If my raid leader tells me, well, why don't you have your... what's that stupid dagger call from Ubers? I don't remember. Like, I can't remember the name of it. Like, well, I don't have that. Why would I have that? Like, well, go farm it. What? Why? It's a level 60 at Lula Proc and Fan of Knives. What? What? It's for trash, though. No, man, you gain so much PS. It helps your parses so much. Oh, my gravy. Who cares? Who cares, dude? It's trash. Like it's in the word. Well, I want you doing the best parses you can all the time. Why? It's trash. Who cares? It's gonna die anyway. Well, it makes us clear faster. Again, I iterate. Who cares? We're gonna kill it. It's 15 seconds less. It makes it go faster. So, are we playing retail or classic Wrath? Well, it's still parsed. It matters. So you're telling me I have to go back and possibly farm a drop that may never drop 100 times plus. Shout out to Blazing Bob. I was there for the run. I saw it drop, Bob. If you watch this video, I want you to know I feel really bad if they do nerf it, but realistically, it's not healthy for the player base. And that's my main point. These type of things are not healthy for the player base. They're not. I don't think it adds anything. I think it indirectly says, if you don't have that item, oh crud, I have to go back and farm an item at level 80 that drops a little, that may take forever to drop. Either that, or Blizzard needs to make that drop chance so high that it's not even funny. Like, if it's one of those things where someone can go in there, kill Ren one time, drops every single time, fine. And I know what someone's going to say, well then it's not important. It shouldn't be if it's required. If I have to go back and farm old content for an item for some stupid proc, and only that, it shouldn't be hard to get. That's stupid, because it's just, you could get lucky on the third time, or it could take you forever. I'm sorry, that's not good gameplay. And they need to do something, because it's not, it adds an unnecessary artificial barrier for classes to have to do. Now yes, I'm being specific on Rogue because those are the two I know of, but still, it doesn't make the game better. If anything, it discourages people from I know that's why I don't want to play a Rogue. I mean, if my raid leader tells me, and anyway, by the way, to go farm a level 60 item, and yeah, you can make the argument, well, it depends on the level of guild. The problem with that statement is everybody looks at the top guilds. And this has been happening since original vanilla. I can tell you that. I was there. They look at the top guilds. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, well, they're killing it, therefore they're doing it the best. That's the mindset of the classic player base as a whole. You don't believe me? Look at logs, look at world buffs, look at comps. Don't even. That's just how that is. Anyway, that's why I'm not playing Wrath right now, and why I like Dragonflight better. That's just simple. Because another thing about Dragonflight, it is more casual friendly. Like it or not, you can argue with me all you want, but it's fact. It is fact, and that opens the door. the biggest problem with Dragonflight is, well, before level 60. Which I could go into a rant with that, but I'm not going to right now. The other thing is, I'm going to talk about Joyous Journeys very quickly. And yes, I do know about Metagoblins video talking about old school MMOs. I do have a reaction planned, so, and you guys are getting 4 videos today. I will be talking about other topics besides World of Warcraft today, so if you do see other videos you're not interested in that, just pre-warning. Those are kind of my special statements on things that matter to me personally. So, if you don't want to hear about that, that's completely fine. But that's pretty much my biggest stake about Dragonflight as a whole. Well, not Dragonflight, but my problems with Wrath as a whole. Yes, I know that everybody's different, but still, if it's not good for the game, it's not good for the game. Anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at, what I have to say on, and, well, am I back? How often will I be making videos? I can't tell you. Anyway, this is the Mega Casual, signing out. For now.